Hey everyone, welcome back to How to Be a Poser. Today we're going to show you how some new elements added to a classic character's costume can really help draw you into the composition of the figure. To do that, we'll be using the Hot Toys Iron Spider-Man figure. Let's get started. All right, here it is, the Iron Spider figure by Hot Toys. Still in this box, exactly the way it's going to come to you. Look at all this cool stuff, including a wide assortment of eyes to give him different facial expressions, a nice assortment of webbing, the Iron Spider legs. Can't wait to see what I can do with all this cool stuff, so let's get rolling. Okay, here he is out of the box, and wow, look at all these accoutrements. I think that for this pose, I'm just going to go all out and include the Iron Spider legs. Now, to do that, we have to come back here and pry off these covers. See how easy that wasn't? You just have to put a little bit of pressure on there to get them out. And that's good. You want them to fit snug. That's exactly how I would want it. Also, and this is going to look really awkward for the purposes of this video, but I think that just to be on the safe side, I don't want to drop this head. So I'm just going to leave that head off of him while I'm doing the posing. Now, each of these legs is labeled. Looks like this one says DR, and this one over here says, so I'm going to guess that that D means down. So let's see how well that fits. Yeah, all right. And just, that's down left, up left and down left. So yeah, one says UL and the other one says DL. So this is going to be the top one on the left-hand side. So that one's going to go right in there. Okay, cool. And this one's going to go right in here. Wow, that's already looking better, even without the head. Now you can see these guys actually rotate. They bend at each joint. So I'm just going to go on record as saying that you need to be bending them from here, not from out here. There are two spider heads, two Iron Spider heads. This one is this has a light up eye feature, so we'll use that later. But for this one, I'm not going to mess with that. I think I would just want to go ahead and try to swap out some eyes here. So I'm going to lean him up against this stand here, carefully, good. And what are my options? Kind of narrow eyes. These are actually kind of cool because you can see the irises. There's like this aperture sort of effect that's going on. Yeah, I kind of want to use these that are partially closed, about halfway open. What I found to be the best way was just to kind of push forward with my thumbnail, and it just, because the key kind of slides back there, if you push from the back with your thumbnail, it just kind of slides right off of that key. Yeah, that's it. That's the one that we want. So you see when I raise this arm up to do his web shooting thing, that I'm getting some wrinkles there in the fabric. So as you raise that arm up, just kind of ever so slowly do it a bit at a time, and then pull on the suit to minimize the wrinkles. Okay, I don't want this fist on me either. I think that if we're going to be doing a web shooting pose, that Spider-Man almost never has his hands clenched in a fist unless he's actually hitting somebody. Rotate the arm a little bit more, correct the suit, and just do it in easy stages until you get to where you need to be. One of the things I just spotted that I have to correct is you want to make sure that the web shooter emitter is over his hand. So as you're rotating the hand, make sure that you're rotating this gauntlet that contains the web shooter as well. Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of tweaking of the legs here, just trying to find a sweet spot for his posture here, and just trying to find a way to tell a story with it as well. Like, what's he up to? What's he been doing right before he's doing this? Has he just been sitting idly and is ready to launch into action, or is he in between actions? He's got a joint in his foot, so I kind of want to try to use that a little bit. Again, as you make adjustments to the legs, then make sure you correct the suit. That was a good start, but what I'm trying to do now is just try to create a little bit more of a dynamic quality to the pose. And I think that's benefiting from that. I think that's actually quite a bit better. Even with the wrinkles in the fabric. But just having that, his shoulder line just breaking with the horizon definitely helps. All right, now I'm just trying to find the balance with this. And I think I have both his weight of his upper torso and the weight of the legs working against me here. So I'm gonna try to rotate these legs to get the weight backwards just a little bit more and hope that does the trick. At the same time that you're playing with that, trying to get it to work, make sure that you're not, you want to try to create just these really attractive lines that lead into the figure. That you use those arms as sort of a means of drawing your attention to Spider-Man. Not that he needs a lot of help with that, but you can see here the way they just kind of frame him. And there we go. In the middle of a battle above the Earth, Tony Stark gave Peter Parker a hot rod. All that fancy tech, the life support system, and especially those spider arms work together to bring the spider suit to the next level. Use those arms to enhance the display and draw you into the figure. That'll help it really stand out.